Hello everyone and welcome to the Jake Cooper channel, where today we are starting a new series, a new long-term series. I said there was going to be one coming in the new year, and for the first time ever I'm going over to manage in the Scottish leagues, where we'll be taking over Aberdeen. Hello everyone, Jake here, welcome to the channel, and I'm very excited to be saying that we are here with the first episode of our new long-term series, where we're going to be managing none other than Aberdeen FC in the Scottish divisions. I haven't managed in Scotland before hands-on. I did a rebuild with Rangers not too long ago, but an actual hands-on management, I have never done it. This is going to be very different to any of my other saves. Instead of trying to win the Champions League, our aim is going to be to win the Scottish League. Maybe we'll go on to do the European stuff, but right now we're just trying to disrupt the old firm Celtic and Rangers at the top of the Scottish division. It's been 30 plus years since anyone other than those two have won the league, and the last team to do so was none other than Aberdeen. It's also going to be a much harder challenge than anything I've done before on the channel, in terms of a lot of you guys have asked me to manage in the lower down leagues, and whilst I don't really want to do a 9-10 season save getting a team up from non-league or something, I feel like here we are going to be struggling for funds. I've had a look around. The play evaluations here in the Scottish divisions aren't great. We don't have much money to play with at all, so we've got to be smart, and it's going to be very different to anything that we've done before. If you do enjoy this video, or you just want to help me out, smash the like button. As many likes as we can get on this first episode will be awesome, because it will push it out to as many people as possible. So if you can do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any episodes. You guys have got us close to 13,000 at the time of recording, and I don't know why, but for some reason I want to get as close to 20,000 as I can by my birthday, which is early April. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. As this is the first episode of a series and I could use all the help I could get, please comment down below what you think of the series, who we should sign, or anything basically to help us in the algorithm. And I'll mention this as it's the first episode too, but there is a Discord in the description all about Football Manager if you want to join that to share your saves, ask for advice, whatever you want to do, everything is in there, even Football Manager memes. And also, if you want to support the channel financially, there'll be a link to a Buy Me a Coffee page where you can make a one-off donation basically, or if you want to help support us long term, you can become a channel member and get all the perks that come with that. There's different tiers, all with different rewards of what you'd get if you went for that tier. But there you go. Can't wait to get into it. You'll be learning everything at the same time I am, because I don't know too much about Scottish football and the teams in the divisions or how the competitions work. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But now for the reasons why I've picked Aberdeen. As mentioned, they were the last team to win the Scottish First Division. Celtic and Rangers have won it since then, and the last time they won it was 1985. So we're getting close to, if I do the maths right, near enough 40 years it will be soon without anyone but those two clubs winning it. Aberdeen have came close every now and then, being runners-up 4 years in a row when Rangers got sent back down to the lower levels of Scottish football. It's been a long time since they won a Scottish Cup. They did win the Premier Sports Cup, and you'll also see they do have some European silverware, which was won, of course, famously by Sir Alex Ferguson in the 80s. He gave them the best spell that they've ever had, winning plenty of trophies, and that's what ended up eventually getting him the job at Manchester United. So we'll be hoping to replicate at least a tiny bit of that success. But if we take a look at the Scottish Premiership, you will see it's been a long time since anyone's won it. I believe we can go to all the past winners here, and if we scroll all the way down, you will see Aberdeen in 1984. Since then, they've been close on many occasions, but never winning it. The media preview has us in 5th place, 100-1 to win the league. Clearly Celtic and Rangers are the favourites. Celtic by a clear margin currently. It's going to be interesting how this all gets on, what kind of transfer business we can do, because our budget is very limited at a very small £250,000 a week with £4,000 in the wage budget. Now, I haven't really taken too much of a look around or decided on my tactic, but in this video we're just going to do the introductions, what I think I'll do with the squad, and then I'll release the second episode a day after this, providing we get enough likes and support, of course, and that one will include our first games of the season, transfers, and all of that good stuff. So hopefully we'll stick around until at least episode 2. It seems there's quite a few people whose contracts are expiring at the end of this season that we might need to think about. A lot of young players as well. that I'll have to take a look at, because my aim with this team is to make them, a great young team with loads of young stars, preferably a lot of Scottish talent as well. It's going to be very hard to do, but that will be the hope. I'm sure I might deviate from that as time goes on, but we'll see. The vision, what do they wanted to do? This season, finish in the top half of the Scottish League. I should think that wouldn't be too difficult, I hope. I don't want to feel like I'm judging that too easily, but I would hope we can do that. Develop players using the club's youth system, work within the wage budget, reach the later stages of the League Cup and the Scottish Cup also, and eventually qualify for the Europa League, which is at third place, possibly. We've got about £5 million in the overall club balance and nothing really in the debt section, which is nice to see. So hopefully any money we make, we can keep using. They worked on a profit this year, spending 900,000 and letting go players totaling up to £7 million. Who was the big one they sold? Calvin Ramsey to Liverpool. Okay, right, the right back that they signed. He's left the club. And other than that, I don't know anything else about Aberdeen in terms of their squad. So let's take a quick look at it to see who are the best players, who are the worst players. We'll look at the squad planner and identify some potential targets. So in terms of potential, we have our best player is Jayden Richardson, a right back. So he'll be coming in to take Calvin Ramsey's place, I would have thought. He doesn't look great, to be honest. His technicals are pretty awful. I don't really know what is a good level of player in the Scottish divisions, so we'll have to learn about that as we go, because maybe he's amazing for Scotland, but to me he just didn't look very good. We've also got Leighton Clarkson, who does look good. He is on loan from Liverpool and I imagine will be a big part of our team this year. Liam Scales, another big player, one of our best players. He's on loan from Celtic, which goes to show just how strong they are, that they're willing to loan someone like him out to, I guess we're not really a potential rival to them, but another top 5, top 6 club in Scotland, and to us he's our best player. For them, he's just someone they can throw away on loan. And we also have a Dutch wide player here. Looks like he signed a while ago and maybe got loaned back out based on what I can see, but he does look pretty interesting and hopefully he can do something for us. What about actual ability then? So Anthony Stewart is our best player, a centre back with a lot of talent and someone that I hope will be able to help us a lot. We've got Ross McCrory, who is a ball winning midfielder, box to box midfielder type player, and we've got Bojan Milovski, who is our striker, and he doesn't look bad actually. For the Scottish leagues, I would have thought he might be able to run riot, but we'll see. Decision making not the best, composure not the best, but outside of that, no real issue with him. In terms of the dev centre though, apparently there's nothing coming through worth noting. Our reserve squad is poor, but our under 18 squad is very strong. Who's in there then? We've got Alfie Bavage, who looks half decent as a striking option. Whether he'll go far, I don't know. You've got Dylan Loban, who looks like a good passer of the football, but maybe lacks the majority of other things. And I'll have to take a proper look around here to see if any of these guys could be promoted. I'm just going to put in a random tactic so we can use the squad planner. Here we go. I'm just going for a 4-3-3, and roughly this is a team we're looking at, which is quite nicely balanced actually. No clear weak areas in that side, but if we go to that squad planner, let's take a look around to see where we are light in. So goalkeepers, we seem to have 2 decent ones, and I will evaluate all of this properly off camera to make sure I'm making the right decisions. But left back, we looked pretty stacked. Centre back, maybe we need one more in there, or we could promote a youth player. Right back, we definitely need someone. Okay, so they haven't replaced Calvin Ramsey, really. We only have Jayden Richardson available to play there, and he's young with potential, so maybe we want someone who's already good to help that transition of Jayden coming into the team. Midfield, it looks okay. I mean, there's enough names around there, but they all were very similar, so I wonder if we have a lot of crossover there, and we might need a few midfielders adding. On the wings, there's 4 options there, a few more options on right wing, that's what we want to see. And then up front, it looks like there's 4 pretty good options, and maybe that's where we could sell someone, because Miovski looks like the best player. Who's Duck? Is he any good? I mean, he's quick. Has he came here before? He's actually only just joined us, so we're going to have to assume we're using him. But Christian Ramirez, number 99 for Aberdeen. How long's he been here? Is he well liked? I don't know. I'm kind of looking at him with a contract expiring and thinking, I'll sell him on just to get his wages off the books. Not too sure about him. He's a target forward, ideally, as well. Maybe not what I want to use. Advanced forward, he could still do a job, mind you. That's an interesting one. Maybe Christian Ramirez is someone we can sell for some early cash. Apparently we've already played a friendly, but I haven't been here for this, so maybe I selected the wrong option in terms of when to start the season, but we've still got some friendlies left at least, and then we play in the League Cup straight away before the Premiership begins. I have no idea about the League Cup, so I'll be learning it with you guys, but it was the last competition that Aberdeen won back in 2014, I think it was, when I was doing my research. Let me check. League Cup, there we go, 2014, yes. So it'd be nice to give the Aberdeen fans some silverware so they don't have to wait a full decade to win something. We haven't got much money to play with. It is something, mind you, but if I adjust that for the sake of wages, I can't apparently, but what I was going to basically say is I'm used to playing with larger budgets in this. I have done these kind of saves before personally, but it's been a long while, I will say that. So I'm thinking transfer policy wise, it might be wise to focus in on maybe free transfers and loan deals to start off with, and not worry too much about spending our cash, maybe only spending that on some really good youngsters if we can find any, but I'll follow the same rules as always. I can't use my previous Wonderkid knowledge. I have to have people that scouts find for me. Only when they generate a report off their own back can I actually then approach that player, so I can't go out and sign Endrick if I wanted to, not that we've got the funds for it, but you know what I mean. I have to have them come in a scout report like this and then make my mind up. Like I say, I'm going to try and aim to bring in a lot of young talent into this team, and I think that's probably going to be our best chance of actually toppling one of Celtic or Rangers, because if we just keep buying these kind of players, no offence to any of them, I can't imagine they're going to help us topple the old firm at the top of the division. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. I will now get started on making some transfers, seeing what I can do, but we actually don't have all that long at all before the League Cup, only a week and a half-ish, so I need to get some jobs done, try and sign some people, and hopefully get this squad moving in the right direction. Staff-wise as well, I didn't cover that, but it's not looking great, it's not looking awful either, so I'll try and sort that out too and get the right staff into the club. But there we go, everybody. That is the end of episode 1. Not too much to cover just yet, just wanted to introduce you to our new save with Aberdeen. I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of you guys really enjoy these long-term saves. I'll be looking to do 2 to 3 of these videos a week, depending on how much in-game stuff I need to do before each recording. And then on top of that, I'm trying to also do those one-off rebuild videos, because I know some of you might prefer the long-term series, some of you might like the one-off rebuilds, but it is those one-off rebuilds that tend to grow the channel quite a bit. And as much as I enjoy making any kind of content, it also helps a lot when that content does well. So I will be continuing those one-off rebuilds here and there. But there we go, we are ready to start off with Aberdeen. Very much looking forward to it. Smash the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe to show your support, and drop a comment down below if you want to help in the algorithm. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you, and goodbye.